Hey,
All right. How's my hair look?
your hair looks good. It looks tousled.
Matted.
Is it matted?
This is, I don't know.
Were you sock
No, I
hatting
wear
it?
my hat during the winter, but then when I take off my hat, I'm like a pencil. So. It took this long, but we're here.
Yeah. Sorry about the delay. It's holidays, man.
It's the holidays. We had to have our holiday time. How was your holiday?
It was good and it was quiet, so I forgot
Nice.
that it was a holiday, which is great.
Oh, that's excellent.
Just the small fam, no drama.
Nice.
How about you? You
That
went
was
home?
very good. It was very good. I went home, saw my family. It was little drama as well.
Yes.
My mom kind of controls the temperature of the room.
Sure.
Nobody speaks about things unless she approves of it, so it's very good. I have my aunt's husband. What is that? A guy.
Yeah.
He's with my aunt, and he totally doesn't believe like COVID happened and like,
Okay.
the vaccine and all
Sure.
that stuff. And we were talking about a completely unrelated topic, like you know what I mean, like giblets in turkey.
Right.
And he's like, a lot of times with the COVID stuff, and then my mom's like, "Ep!"
Oh, shut it down.
And he was like,
No,
And he
no.
was like, okay.
Giblets.
So I was like, cool. And then we moved on, and I was like, oh, look at the control.
Wow.
You're like Al Saeed or
That's
whatever they
good.
call the Dune guy.
Yeah.
She's like, Muad'Dib! And he just stopped talking.
That's amazing.
It was great. Made the turkey. The turkey turned out great.
Okay. You made the turkey?
I made the turkey.
Pretty good.
So it was very, 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 very good.
And you guys have a American.
We have a
thing?
traditional thing, yeah.
Okay.
We did make like pernil, which is like a roast, a Puerto Rican roast.
Okay.
So there is that in addition to the turkey.
Right.
But yeah, it was all delicious and all
Yeah.
very good. And
Yeah.
I almost got killed by a dog. That's a cool little thing.
Yes.
So my cousin came with her husband from North Carolina,
Uh-huh.
and they were visiting my aunt. We drove to my aunt's house for the holiday. And as soon as the door opens, I see a pit bull. And a lot of my family has pit bulls. I don't know if they're trying to like break the trend that pit bulls are safe or
Right,
whatever. But
right.
it's like, stop.
Yeah.
They're not. So this pit bull comes out. Look at him. I was like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. And then, and she's like, he's super friendly.
Sure.
Just take off your hat and your hood.
Right.
And don't look at it in the eye.
Yeah.
And speak softly and don't bend down. Super friendly.
Yeah.
Or don't bring it to a house full of strangers.
Right.
And then I gave it turkey and it showed me its belly. And I was
That's
like, "You
hilarious.
Little shit.
Super friendly. If you could eat outside for Thanksgiving, that'd be
super
great.
friendly,
Super
just
friendly.
like you weren't gonna breathe, right? 'Cause
Right.
You breathe a lot, it gets
Yeah.
really excited, but super
Yeah.
like friendly.
Yeah. If you could just leave.
Why are you
But also,
bringing
yeah.
a fucking dog like that to a
Yeah.
party? But then like little kids are smacking it in the face, and I'm just like,
Okay.
where do I fit in?
Yeah. He knows.
Food is the king.
He knows who you voted for,
He knows who I voted for, exactly.
and he's like, "I'm not having it. I'm not having it." Well, I fired my agent and did a bunch of shows.
Hey, nice.
Because I was just here and it happened.
That's what's up.
I met a guy. I don't know if I told you this. I was voting almost, a couple weeks ago or whatever, a month ago, however long it's been. And I met a dude in line who was a comic.
Hey.
And I was like, weird. And we hit it off. We talked about the Comedy Store. He was like, I know these people that book shows. And I was like, cool. And then I contacted the lady. He put me in touch with her. She booked me on a show. He
At the
booked me
Comedy
on a
Store.
show. No, but then I did go to the Comedy Store and stood in line with 120 goofballs and got put up.
Let's go. Hallelujah.
Oh my God. It was the most nervous I've been in so long. And I remember sitting in the back and be like, stop it. It doesn't matter. It's just one more thing. But it meant so much to me.
I know.
So much, man.
So cool. What
I
was
was
the
just
experience? If you can give me that before the other shows.
well,
'Cause the
so
Comedy Store is the big banana.
I mean, so people get, they put your name on a list and then they slap it on the back of a window and then everybody gathers around like High School Musical, and you run up. And so one of the people that I knew came back to me and was like, Benjamin, Madrid, right? And I was like, yeah. She was like, you're on. And I was like, no. She was like, you are. And I was like, what? So I rustled through there. I FaceTimed my wife and my kid, and I went up and I looked at it and got to see it at the same time they did. And there I am. And then they rushed us to the back, And 15 minutes later,
This is belly room. This
is the OR.
the OR. Holla back,
Right?
brother.
That's the middle room.
The middle room.
Middle room.
Love that room.
Is that common? I figured we'd go to the belly
that is
room.
A special banana.
And we went in, and it was a pretty good crowd, probably 70 people, in there, regular peeps. Always good. And there was, I don't know if this is the same, so I don't want to speak to how the Comedy Store is. I don't know. Right. But that electricity of who's going to show up, what's going to happen, David Spade is pacing around in the hallway. I pass him. I go in. When I got done, Harlan Williams gave me a little fist bump.
Hey,
I was like,
Harlan
does
Williams.
this get better?
That is amazing. How
So
did you
good.
do? How did you feel?
I was so nervous, and it's funny because we do so many shows, you just kind of you get a little butterflies, I suppose. You don't want to forget things,
right?
But it went great. Everything landed like it was supposed to, and they liked me being a dad. Why was I there? All that kind of stuff, and it just all was good, man.
How long?
3 minutes, I think 3.
Oh man,
3 minutes.
Still got it off.
Small.
Got it off though.
Yeah. Yeah, got off stage. I was so thrilled to, and being up there, I don't even really remember, which I usually do. And I was like, all I remember is off to my left side is, Richard Pryor's Neon Light right there. It's on the left. I had some
That's hollowed ground, man.
It
OR
is
is hollowed ground.
Right. I was pretty sure Chappelle did a special in here.
Absolutely.
Have you seen everybody do it? Now I've heard comics be like, oh, that's a really tough room. And I'm like, interesting.
That is a tough
is it?
room. Yeah, I've seen people bomb on there pretty hard.
Oh, I'm sure I can't wait to bomb there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go up.
Exciting. That is so
It was great,
exciting.
man.
And
I was
you get
excited.
from a fellow comedian.
Yeah.
That is super blessings.
Right? I don't even know if he saw it. He was just like, hey, good set.
Hey,
and I was
whatever.
like,
just getting that energy, man.
I don't care.
Just getting that energy, dude.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
It was good, man. I went and ate at a taco truck afterwards on the sidewalk and just gave myself a minute to just be like, that was the pinnacle.
Discover the world with Delta Airlines. Experience unparalleled comfort, exceptional service, and seamless travel. Fly Delta, where your journey is our passion. Book now and soar to new heights with Delta.
So then I got booked on a couple other shows. One was on Sunset, not far from the Comedy Store as well, and a cool little upstairs attic apartment, separate from this sort of romantic place called State Street, Soho House, something. I don't know. Upstairs, mostly all women shows. Nice. So it was all women. Great.
D cups of comedy or something.
D cups.
Okay,
D cups.
I've heard of this.
But it's 3 shows on that night, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I got put on one of the shows.
Go, man. That is terrific.
Yeah, crazy.
D cups has some good people.
Yeah, they were great. Yeah. And I knew a couple of the ladies that were there, had done work with them at UCB, and they were great and smart, and it was fantastic.
Terrific.
Great show, the first show. My show was the second show. Whew. Rough. Have you seen these shows? This is what I'm talking about. I've noticed that some of these shows must get the same 12 people every time. They're comfortable with that room. They're going to let them say their thing and try it.
Sure.
There was a woman that came up. I thought of you so much because I couldn't wait to tell you the story. She comes up. She's up. This is her second time, so they're letting her up on the second show too. And she comes up, and she's about 63, and she can't remember the joke that she's going to tell, but she really wants to try it. And she recorded it on her phone several weeks before, so she listens to the set. This is on stage.
Sure.
Listens to the set, maybe the whole thing, until she gets to the joke. Then she goes, oh, okay, I got it now. We've all been waiting for two minutes easily.
Yeah.
Then she writes it down on a card.
Can I pay with check?
And then she reads it. And I was like, are we going? Is this the joke?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I saw over the break the Anthony Jeselnik special on Netflix.
Yeah.
And he's one of these a joke,
Yeah.
a joke, a joke. I thought it was brilliant. I actually really, really
I
liked
did too.
it. I liked it a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
I kind of think he's like the standard, to be honest with you, only because there is something about something about the way he does things is very unique. Like he'll go, I'm about to tell you this next joke, and you're probably not going to get it.
Right.
But I'm going to tell it to you.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I'll explain it to you. All of comedy that I know of is hiding that.
Right.
Trying to mask that.
Sure.
In this, like, oh, yeah, so the other day I was walking my dog. Like, trying to make it like, what else? Oh, yeah. Here's another thing I just thought of right now that I practiced for 8 hours in my bathroom.
Right. Yeah.
But you're trying to make it seem seamless, spur of the moment. And his is very much like people don't like this joke, but I love this joke.
Right.
So I'm going to tell it to you, and then I'll tell you what people think of it.
You know what?
And that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Like that he can get away with that, still keep the flow, still keep the energy, but be kind of aware of himself and aware of the show, keep the audience aware of the show, and still make it fun.
Now that you mentioned that, I watched it too, and here's what I'm curious about this. You know, it used to be before Pryor. It was very much like, take my wife, please. I get no respect. Very much like, you know, sort of jokey driven. This girl asked me to come to her house. Nobody's going to be home. I got there. Nobody was home. Right. That kind of joke, which is very similar to like Jeselnik's style. Right. Everybody after that, after Pryor, was kind of like, so I'm walking down the street. It's real observational. And he was like the first guy to take that and do it. Jeselnik, to me, seems like maybe he's doing that old school thing a bit more. Mm-hmm. But also he's added in that conversational pompousness where he's like, I'm going to tell you this joke. We're all aware how jokes work. And also whatever it is the setup is.
Or something like that. And he does do that. And he gives that sort of impression where it's so unique. Yeah. Because you know he's doing a bit. Yeah. But you kind of are just there to watch him do the bit. Yeah. Like, it's been on the Joe Rogan, or it's been on the sort of the internets already, but he does a bit where he's like, I have a brother-in-law who's the biggest Joe Rogan fan. And Joe Rogan is a friend. I love him very much. But if you listen to Joe Rogan, you're a fucking loser. Yeah. And I just thought that's such a great fucking loser as a tag is so great for that. Yeah. But I also think it's the surprise that you're like, oh, my God, this guy is... could he possibly say? Yeah. But at the same time, I know he doesn't think Joe Rogan's a fucking loser. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird... Like, you're watching him do a bit. It's almost like it's a little bit Dice Clay even. Where it's like, you know Dice is doing a bit. Right. But you're kind of like, I just want to watch him do the bit. Like, it doesn't take away from the idea that he's pretending. Right. It actually makes it better. And I don't know. I think for everybody else, you go like, that's inauthentic. That's not who you are. But in that case, you're kind of like, I'd be the other guy. It's weird.
His pompousness, too, is a part of his character where he'll do this.
Yeah. And Checo's beautiful stuff. Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
Amazing.
Beautiful stuff. And
I don't know that very many people could do that.
He talks about it started when he was doing stand-up, and at one point he told what he thought was a great joke. Nobody laughed. And he said, oh, man, I thought you people were cool. Yeah. And people laughed. And he went, oh, I got to be that guy. Right. If I'm that guy, there's something... Because they'll either be like, I hate this guy. Yeah. Watch, or I love this guy, watch. Yeah. But such a tough thing. That's why I kind of like, I look at that special. I've watched it twice, and I still go like, man, such good bits. And like, I don't want to ruin it for people, but there's a bit about baseball that I just thought was like, this was there for everybody in the world.
Yeah, nobody got it.
And nobody did that joke. And it was there for everybody. Yeah. And I was like, this is wonderful.
Thank you so much for enjoying the Getting Up podcast. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.